Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Mud Puppets Show. This cable access station has recently come under new ownership, and they wish me to send the following message to you, the viewer. The Mud Puppets would like to sincerely and deeply apologize for our content. Our filthy, filthy content. Rest assured that such muck is a thing of the past. In the future, you can expect nothing but clean, wholesome, G-rated entertainment from the Mud Puppets. Our station management, in their never-ending benevolence, promise you that from here on out, the disgusting ruffians you once knew as the Mud Puppets are no more. The Mud Puppets... Do I really have to read this? Okay. The Mud Puppets are ever so sorry for offending our audience. We promise no more drunken sock puppets, no more stupid quizzes where everyone gets all the questions wrong, and no more pointless opening segments that drone on and on and on and on. Mud Puppets. Where were you?
What are you talking about?
They gave me a prepared statement. They held a gun to my head.
Oh. The new owner sent me to a re-education camp to learn the proper way to appear on camera. So now I am pure.
Yeah, okay. Well, we might want to let people know a little bit what we're even talking about here. Earlier this week we had a meeting with the new owners of cable access, two gentlemen by the name of Augustus T. Southern Gent and Reginald V. Dixie Chap.
They are Southern gentlemen, and they're very nice, I think.
They weren't nice. Well, they badgered us. Again, they made me read a bunch of hogwash with a gun to my head. But, luckily, the meeting we had with them, it was recorded.
Yes.
It will all be featured at our YouTube channel on mudpuppets.com. So, you know, people can go there and you can see our confrontation with our cable access bosses.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to want to miss that. It's pretty interesting.
Well, I'm not too happy with you.
Hey, but let's move past it.
Yeah, I know we got a lot of things to cover today.
Okay.
We have, of course, Valerie Smith is going to be here. She's training for the 2014 Winter Olympics. She is a 2006 graduate of Roosevelt High School, so a local girl. Should be a nice story. And, of course, you have a personal tie.
Yeah, I've known her for years, so it's a very, very interesting story, and I'm looking forward to having her here.
You would never sell her out to any
I'd
cable
sell
access
just about anyone out as long as I got more time on cable access.
Yeah, you'd probably, I mean, you've sold people out for a ho-ho.
Me and that camera. Okay, the fat jokes.
People love the fat jokes.
People are upset by the fat jokes. Most of them. Have you walked around Wyandotte?
Who's upset?
There's a lot of fat people.
Yeah, and other than the fat people.
Well, there's
That's
a lot
like
of
complaining
them.
about deaf jokes because the deaf are upset about
them.
them.
That's like 80% of the people in the city. I mean, I haven't really walked around, but I've driven around and I've seen it.
Exactly. All
right, we got to move on, Joel. We asked last month for our fans to send in names for my child.
We did.
I want to name him Wolf.
Of course, Wolf is an awesome name.
Not down with it. Joel, what are some of the ones we got?
Okay, well, of course, the whole premise was send us names worse than Wolf, so that Wolf will appear better to Ryan's wife. Well, some of the submissions we got, Ruth suggested Bugsy.
Vicious gangster, kind of like it.
Your mom got in on the act, of course. She submitted Gomer and Damien.
I saw that Omen movie. I don't want none of that.
Yeah, pretty bad.
No, thank you.
A couple from Frenchtown, actually. That's right. Our reach extends down to Frenchtown.
It's everywhere. It's international.
A couple by the name of Mark and Christina. They submitted Archie. Which, that's a pretty old-fashioned name.
I don't like those comics.
And then Sydney.
It's a girl's,
that's a girl's name, right. And you don't name a boy that because as a Red Wings fan...
Oh, Cindy Crosby. Yeah,
no,
that's right.
Yeah, that's a bad name.
Exactly.
Natalie from Southgate says Branson. Who names a kid Branson?
That's in Missouri, and I can't support that.
Jeff in Lincoln Park, Carson with a K for a boy?
Oh, come on, Jeff.
People, what are all these
what
are all these girly names for boys?
Jeff. I expected better from Jeff in Lincoln Park.
A few from Wyandotte here. Amanda from Wyandotte says Tucker, an undoubtedly horrendous name.
You can't play the name game with that one.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You go somewhere bad. Olivia in Wyandotte says Gage, which is a name I've always...
I don't want anything that, you know, tells me how much gas I have.
Right, no form of measurement for your child's name.
No.
And then here's one that drives me nuts, and it's just something that's been popping up lately. Michael from Wyandotte submits Jagger.
Jagger?
Yeah.
Like Mick Jagger?
Yeah, like the foppish chicken, Mick Jagger.
No.
I never could stand Mick Jagger. He's so old.
Yeah.
And all the sexy talk about him, like, ladies. No.
Sexy talk?
Mick Jagger was never, ever sexy. Ever.
The sexy talk.
He struts around like a diseased bird.
Is that the move?
And he's about 80 years
I gotta admit
old.
to you, I'm a little turned on when you did that, though, so maybe there's something to it.
Well, that's several levels of just creepiness.
Keeps on going.
Finally, we had a suggestion from Jaden and Taylor, and curious that someone named Jaden would be criticizing someone else's name.
Jaden. That's
Nobody
okay.
likes that name. Jaden suggested Mort. So
Mort? Is my wife giving birth to an 87-year-old man? Mort?
Give these to your wife. Maybe that will convince her.
We'll see what she thinks. I don't know.
Of naming the baby Wolf, which I'm really pulling for. Okay. Oh, so I know we're short on time here, but we have a new segment we wanted to do.
Yes.
Point counterpoint.
Yes.
And our topic today is Syria. So I will give my views very quickly here. You know, serious situation in Syria. Chemical weapons have been used. I know the UN and President Obama have established a red line, and the regime there has now crossed that red line. Last thing this country needs is another prolonged war, but international community has agreed upon standards. I feel, my personal opinion, a limited strike targeting their chemical facilities is necessary. Ryan, your rebuttal?
I don't want to go.
What do you mean? I see you have a prepared statement.
I don't want to read it.
Why not?
Fine. Sweet or whole grain, in a bowl with milk or straight from the box, with an awesome toy prize or a fun maze on the back. No matter how you slice it, cereal is a controversial topic.
Ryan, the topic was Syria.
And as you started to talk, I realized that your cell phone connection was really spotty.
How could you think the counterpoint was about cereal?
I thought that's what you said, okay? Listen, Mr. President, if you're listening to me, why can't I go to the store and get some Fruit Brute? I can get Count Chocula. Once in a while I find Boo Berry. Sometimes a Frankenberry. No Fruit Brute. What's the deal? Mr. Obama, make this right. It's all, okay, I know it's controversial, but I've said it.
Yeah, because that's the thing he needs to be concentrating on.
Pretty much.
Well, I want to say just one more thing before we cut to our first sketch here. Our latest Mupdate is now up, and we have introduced what we're calling our Mud Puppeteer Sketch-Off.
Yes.
And in short, it is a contest we're having for our fans where you can submit sketch ideas. You watch the Mupdate, you can go to our blog for further details. Yeah, Sketch-Off. Submit your sketches, and we may produce them, but more on that on our websites and our WordPress. We're going to go to a sketch now. And we'll be back with our interview with Valerie Smith. Cereal?
Yeah.
Come on.
I like it.
Hey, now, look out now.
Hurt 2.
Oh, hey, I want to ask you real quick. Is it cool if my friend Big Gay Kevin comes and watches the game with us tonight?
You call your friend Big Gay Kevin? Isn't that a little homophobic?
How is that homophobic? He's gay, and he's my friend.
Why don't you just call him Kevin?
I have 3 friends named Kevin. There's Kevin, there's Gay Kevin, and then there's Big Gay Kevin.
Okay, well, do you call Kevin Straight Kevin?
No, I knew him first, so I didn't need a nickname. Plus, he's gay, so if I call him Straight Kevin, that's homophobic.
You have 3 friends named Kevin and they're all gay?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. Fine. Tell Big Gay Kevin he can come, but let him know it's going to be a little crowded. My other buddy, humongous fat-ass Ryan's going to be here.
You know another guy named Ryan?
Never mind. Tell him he can come. It's fine. My buddy Jimmy can't make it anyways.
Which Jimmy?
Black Jimmy. Wanna get muddy? Visit mudpuppets.com today. All right, welcome back, and we are joined now by Valerie Smith, a local girl who is training for the 2014 Winter Olympics for the USA bobsled team. Valerie, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Valerie, we want to start off talking to you. how did you get involved in bobsledding?
Well, I was in grad school up at Central Michigan University, and I was presenting my thesis research at a conference called the Midwest American College of Sports Medicine Conference. And I was being a meathead like myself, and I was talking about like squatting and how much I ran when I was in college, because I played college volleyball at Adrian College. And she told me she was a 2010 Olympian, and I was like, no way, that's awesome. I want to be an Olympian. How do you do that? So she kind of put a word in one of the coach's ears, and I filled out an athlete profile, and a couple weeks later they sent me an email, and I went out for a rookie camp. And as soon as I graduated from Central, I finished school first and got the go for the team last year, and quit my job and became a bobsledder.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is pretty impressive. It's kind of funny set of circumstances there leading to it.
Yeah.
And now tell us, where exactly are you on the road to qualifying for the Olympics? What's the next step for you?
Okay, so in order to make an Olympic team, the USOC, so the United States Olympic Committee, has a series of like checks you have to have. So in order to make it to an Olympic team, you first have to be invited to our national team push championships, which happened in July, and they were up in Calgary. So I spent 3 weeks up there training and pushing, and those are 2 check marks you have to have. So I have those, which is good. And then from there, you are then ranked as far as brakemen go, and I'm ranked, I think, 8 right now out of about like 16 girls that are there. So from there, the top 5 will make it to the Olympics.
Okay.
But it's the ongoing process. So we have team trials next, then you have a full bobsledding season, and then they don't pick our Olympic team until January. So it's whoever is the healthiest, the fastest, and the best in January. So you could blow things out of the water in July, but die down in January. So you have to, it's definitely a competitive game. You always have to be on your A game.
So you need us to bust some kneecaps?
I mean, possibly. We might have to have you guys come in. Yeah.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great contributions to the Olympics that the Mud Puppets could make. And now you mentioned brakemen, and that's in women's bobsledding. There are 2 women in the sled, and so the brakeman is the woman in the back.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
So that's my job. So I don't do any steering or anything. I just run and push as fast as I can, and then hold on for dear life in the back.
So you're trying to generate a lot of power there at the beginning to give you guys the speed to
Exactly,
take
yeah.
off.
So a lot of things in bobsled is, and a lot of tracks they have nowadays, the start makes all the difference. So if you have a faster start than a lot of people, your driving can be a little less down the track. If you're very good at driving the track, it just benefits you more because you pick up more speed. So that's the person who wins the race is you have 2 heats, and whoever has the fastest of those 2 heats, that's who wins the races. So start time has a lot to do with it.
Now, I was looking around online for some information, and I saw some of these bobsleds, they can go in excess of 93 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Does that ever freak you out? Because me personally, I'm afraid of heights, I'm afraid of speed, I'm afraid of just about everything.
Oh, yeah.
Does it ever freak you out when you're up there and you're going that fast?
I'm afraid of everything. So I hate airplanes, roller coaster rides. I don't do those. I don't do heights. I don't like elevators. But when you're going for a bobsled, there's like that rush of, holy crap, what am I doing? But when you're in the back of it, you never realize you're going that fast. And then when you see pictures, a lot of bobsleds and curves, they're inverted. They're like this. It's not like they're going straight like this the whole time. You never ever feel like you're like this because the G-forces are they push you down so far. You feel the curve, but you never feel like on the back of your sled that you're all the way over like this. Unless you crash, then you're like, okay, we're going pretty fast. But I think when I first started bobsledding, it was really scary. I would be scared every time I went into a sled. Last season, at the end of the season, I'm like, another day. But I'm not going to lie, when we were at Calgary, we went up to the top of the bobsled track, and I got those butterflies all over again. I'm like, better get ready, a couple more months, and I'm going to be in the back of one of those things again.
Now, Valerie, we mentioned already that you've been involved in college athletics, high school athletics. What sports did you play?
In high school, I was a varsity basketball player, volleyball player, and I ran track. I ran hurdles. Then in college, I played volleyball through undergrad. And then right before I went to grad school, I went overseas and played for Team USA in Scotland where we took third, and then I came back and went to Central and didn't play any sports up there. I just trained for bobsled the whole time. So.
And want to let everyone know, you are a 06 graduate from Roosevelt.
Yep, from Wyandotte.
And you also have another interesting connection here. Our first guest on our first show was Bubba Luscious, the wrestling promoter, who also happened to be your basketball coach.
Yep,
is that correct?
in elementary school.
Wow.
Yeah, so
small world.
he was I played basketball. Yeah, he was probably my first basketball coach I ever had. So when I was like in 5th grade, I think I started playing.
Well, he and Ryan have something of a budding feud. He's not too happy with the crack you made on our last episode about the PWL's awful ratings. So
listen, Bubba Luscious, we're not going to talk about him right now. We're here to talk.
We're not going to talk about Bubba.
No, we're not. Valerie, we like to ask, you're local here, you grew up in Wyandotte, you went to school. We like to ask, what are some of your favorite, restaurants or stores or local hangout spots?
Okay, well, I work at Portofino, so I spend a lot of my time there. This summer, I trained and worked there, so that's always one of my favorites. But when I'm not spending time at Portofino working, is my favorite restaurant. I really like Coastal Thai. I'm a big Thai food person. Yeah, so it's a nice little spot. I like to go and grab lunch. Actually, I'm going to go there after this. I also go to, have you guys ever been to the smoothie shop in downtown Wyandotte?
No.
Oh, it's really good. You got to check it out. It's where Total Health Food is. On the back of it, there's a juice bar.
Total health food, huh?
Oh, yeah.
No cracks, Joel, no cracks.
So they have a lot of good like smoothies and things that I can eat, which is hard to find because I'm on a super strict diet all the time for bobsled. It's kind of like, I know what it feels like to be a wrestler nowadays, being in the sport, because you have to constantly be a certain weight, and it stinks because I'm like, oh, I can't eat that.
Oh, really? So you guys have to sometimes to cut weight to get to a... oh, wow.
Yeah, so each sled has to weigh a certain amount when it goes down. If any of you guys have seen Cool Runnings before, yes. Remember how John Candy got in trouble for weighting the sled? Sleds that are heavier will go faster down the track.
Oh,
just due to physics. So a female sled can only weigh so much, and a male sled can only weigh so much, and that's with the bobsled and all the equipment, including the people that go down. So if your sled's a little bit heavier, you have to be lighter with the people that go down. If your sled is lighter, you can have more weight with people. And if you're ever underweight, you can always add weight into the sled to make it up to standard.
Oh, okay.
But it's super hard to take weight out of a sled, so therefore you have to cut the weight down if you are a little bit over.
Just another reason I can't be about Olympic
They disqualify you from the get-go.
Now we want to, cameraman, if you can get in tight here and show us this picture. Valerie, we've known you, the Mud Puppets have known you since you were a baby.
Oh, yeah.
My mother and your mother were best friends and really grew up together, knew each other. My mom babysat you a lot of times. And as you can see in the picture, we see Valerie is right here.
Such a great shot.
The oldest of 7 girls. What was that like growing up? Did that fuel your competitive edge? You had to fight your way to get in the shower in the morning? Was that sort of...
I know, right? Growing up with 7 sisters is crazy. When we were younger, I told my mom the other day, I'm like, I don't know how you dealt with us because we were crazy. I mean, we still are a little bit, but just growing up with them, you have to share everything. So it's nice because when we go to bobsled, I'm super laid back and I'm like, it's okay. Like, let her use that. You have to share things. So that was nice, but it humbles you a lot. You have to learn. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to sharing a room with 7 other kids, so like when we travel around a lot, all of us will go in together in a house, and we'll sometimes have to share rooms. I had to sleep on an air mattress for like 3 months last year, so I'm like, no big deal. Like, it's like being at my house.
Of course, you guys have the curious tidbit of all your names start with V.
Yes.
Did your mother ever explain that one? That's a lot of names to come up with the letter V.
No, she never did. I just know that. She liked my name, so of course, Valerie.
So you're the trendsetter.
Virginia is named after somebody, and then they liked Victoria. So I think since they had the 3, like, what are you going to do, break that after 3? So we just went to town, and then I got to name Violet because when my mom told me she was pregnant with Violet, I'll never forget. I, ran upstairs, started hysterically crying, and told her I was going to move away. I was like, I don't want any more sisters, Mom. I was 9 at the time. I was like, I'm over this.
I think we need to get to our game.
Yes, we do. All right, Valerie. We like to always play a game with our guests for a prize. And today's prize, we know it gets cold out there. So we have a tube of chapstick.
Awesome.
Why is the plastic strip missing? Did you use this?
I did not use that. I found it. So, Valerie, we didn't know much about bobsledding going into this, but we wanted to make a bobsledding quiz for you. So here we go.
Okay.
If you get the answer right, you'll hear this.
Okay.
Wrong, you'll hear that.
Okay.
Number 1, name the 1993 movie starring John Candy and Doug E. Doug, which details the rise of the Jamaican national bobsled team.
Cool runnings.
Correct. Question 2. John Turteltaub directed this 1993 movie starring John Candy and Doug E. Doug, which details the rise of the Jamaican national bobsled team.
Cool runnings.
Correct. This 1993 movie starring John Candy and Doug E. Doug, which details the rise of the Jamaican national bobsled team, earned over $154 million at the box office.
Cool runnings.
Joel, she's going to sweep the board here, I think. What 93 movie starring John Candy and Doug E. Doug, which details the rise of the Jamaican national bobsled team, is based on the true life story of disgraced former Olympian Irving Blitzer?
Cool runnings.
The final question, what is the opposite of warm standings?
Oh, for God's sake.
Opposite of cold standings.
Oh, cool running.
Cool runnings. I was like,
Just
cold
happy to
standings?
press that one. That's the last time I let you write the quiz.
She wins. We're not going to give her the chapstick.
She doesn't want that. She doesn't want that.
But we are going to mention before we go here, Valerie, there's a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Friday, September 27th at Portofino. It's a boat cruise from 9 to 11 p.m. Tickets are $25. You get pizza, snacks, there's a cash bar, there's music, raffles. As I understand it, you can get tickets from Portofino's bar.
Yeah.
Phone number for the folks out there, 734-281-6700. And you also have a website for people who can't make it out to the fundraiser.
Yeah.
They can go online and get some more information on you and what you're fundraising for. And that is rallyme.com/rallies/216. And we'll mention that again later in the show, and we'll share it on all our social media.
Awesome.
But Valerie Smith, thank you so much for being
thanks
here.
for having me.
We
It was
appreciate
fun.
it.
We love having you here. Good luck in your
Thank
quest to
you.
make the Olympics.
Thank you so much.
We will go to a sketch, and then we will be right back to wrap things up.
This is pure nonsense.
Ryan, anyone leave any messages for me?
Yeah, a couple people called.
Hey, this is Jim Carrey. I'd like to come to the phone, but I'm smoking. I'm smoking. Smoking.
Ryan, did you change the outgoing message again?
Oh, no, it wasn't me. I was going to, but I was too busy. Smoking.
Look, I've been going on a lot of job interviews. If they call and hear this nonsense, they're not going to think I'm taking this seriously. Would you please?
Smoking.
You don't smoke.
It was candy cigarettes.
You're an idiot.
Hey, this is Peter Griffin. I'd like to come to the phone, but I'm busy spending time with my family. Guy. Leave a message after the beep. Bye.
Son of a bitch! I'm trying to get a job here so I can get out of this stupid apartment, so I gotta look at your stupid fat face anymore! Change it back to normal! Ryan, did you change the message again?
Yes.
You've reached the apartment of Ryan and Joel. We can't come to the phone right now, so please leave your name and number after the beep. We can't come to the phone because we are not
you. Want to get muddy? Visit mudpuppets.com today. I hope everybody enjoyed the sketches and the show, of course. We want to thank Valerie Smith one more time and wish her luck once more in her journey to the 2014 Winter Olympics. And Ryan, you want to give her information out one more time for her fundraiser?
Yes, sir. There's going to be a Portofino boat cruise September 27th. You can go there, call that phone number, go to the bar and get tickets. And also go to rallyme.com/rallies/216. And you can make a donation and help her out on trying to achieve her dream.
Right, and as always, we of course want to encourage everybody to check out our latest sketches. We have our latest are the dubiously named Church Sex Rules.
Ooh, dirty.
And Bad Job Interviews Volume 1, some of our latest stuff. So feel free to head on over to mudpuppets.com, check those out, and again on the sketch contest, for those that are interested, check out our Mupdate. And you will send those submissions to our email, themudpuppets@gmail.com.
That's right. You can also, of course, go to Facebook, facebook.com/mudpuppets. That's our fan page. Like us on there. Get all of our latest information.
As always.
Go to YouTube.
WordPress. Can't forget.
WordPress.
Obviously YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. We have the WordPress where we have our blog. We write things up on occasion.
And of course, Joel, Twitter. We love Twitter. We love having fans follow us on there. We'll follow you back if you follow us.
Right.
It's at MudpuppetJoel, at MudpuppetRyan. Follow us on there.
And we will follow you back and banter with you and listen to your tripe as well.
Put up some of the random filth that
we like
can't
to do that.
Put on here.
Next month, big show.
Huge show.
Huge fan of Halloween,
Right.
horror movies, haunted houses. So this whole studio getting a makeover. Going to be a very creative Halloween themed show. I'm really looking forward to it.
Great Halloween special. Can't wait.
And I believe that's everything we have for today. So tune in next time. Check out all the links we gave you. We would greatly appreciate that. And we will see you guys next time. You know, Ryan, I cannot believe you thought we were talking about cereal.
Listen, all I'm saying is that General Mills has been stagnating our military at the same rank. He needs to be promoted.
Promoted? Ryan, a general is the highest rank you can achieve.
Well, maybe he should be president. Have you ever thought of that?
Oh, you need to study up, pal.
Yeah, you need to have some cereal.
Get out of here. I'm fed up with you.
I'm staying.
I'm still mad about that gun to my head.
Well, you probably should be. That was pretty egregious. Good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Mud Puppet Show. But now we gotta go. Come on back next time, and we'll have you feeling fine. You know it's not a guarantee, so don't you think of suing me. I'm just the one